Have you ever felt like your memory isn't as sharp as it used to be, or noticed that your balance and focus seem a little off lately? Maybe you've started taking a vitamin supplement because you thought it would help keep your brain healthy, only to wonder if it's actually doing more harm than good. I see this all the time in my practice, and I have to tell you, what most seniors don't realize is that not all supplements are harmless. In fact, there's one vitamin that, taken in the wrong form or dose, can dramatically increase your risk of stroke almost overnight. It sounds shocking, and it is. As a neurologist, I've spent decades studying how the brain ages and what can go wrong. I've treated patients who diligently took vitamins to stay healthy, only to experience sudden health scares they never expected. Stroke, in particular, is one of the leading threats to independence and quality of life in older adults, and many people are unknowingly putting themselves at risk while trying to be proactive about their health. In this video, we're going to talk about that risky vitamin, why it can be dangerous, and what safer alternatives you can use to protect your brain and overall health. By the end of this discussion, you'll have clear, practical steps you can take to keep your mind sharp and your body safe. Let's start with a bit of context. As we age, our bodies process nutrients differently than they did when we were younger. Absorption rates slow down, and our organs respond differently to high doses of certain compounds. Vitamins that are generally safe for younger adults can suddenly become risky for someone over 60 or 70. One of the most common misconceptions is that more is always better, more vitamin equals better health. But the reality is, your body only needs a certain amount, and exceeding that can have unintended consequences. The vitamin I'm talking about is vitamin E, specifically in high-dose supplements. Don't get me wrong, vitamin E is essential for many functions, including protecting your cells from oxidative stress and supporting immune health. The problem arises when seniors take high-dose supplements, often 400 IU or more daily, thinking it will prevent cognitive decline or heart disease. Research has shown that excessive vitamin E can interfere with blood clotting and increase the risk of hemorrhagic stroke, which is when a blood vessel in the brain ruptures. Unlike ischemic stroke, caused by a blockage, hemorrhagic strokes can be sudden and severe, often leaving lasting damage. Many seniors start their morning routine with a handful of vitamins without realizing that the combination of supplements, prescription medications, and even certain foods can dramatically change the risk profile. For instance, if you're taking blood thinners, adding high-dose vitamin E can make your blood too thin, increasing the likelihood of uncontrolled bleeding. One patient I treated had been taking a daily high-dose vitamin E capsule for several years. She was otherwise healthy, exercised regularly, and watched her diet, yet she suffered a sudden hemorrhagic stroke after a seemingly minor fall at home. Her story is a cautionary tale for anyone over 60 considering supplements without medical guidance. So what can you do to stay safe? First, it's critical to understand that whole foods are usually a better source of vitamins than high-dose supplements. Foods rich in vitamin E, like almonds, sunflower seeds, spinach, and avocados, provide a natural, balanced dose that your body can process safely. Incorporating these foods into your daily meals supports brain health and overall wellness without the same risks associated with concentrated pills. I often recommend my patients focus on variety, a handful of nuts as a snack, a salad with leafy greens at lunch, and maybe a smoothie with avocado in the morning. These simple changes provide plenty of vitamin E in a form that's unlikely to harm. Another point to consider is checking your supplement labels carefully. Many people assume that natural or high potency automatically means safe. But in reality, supplements are not strictly regulated, and the dosages can vary widely. Reading the labels and discussing them with your doctor or pharmacist is essential. Even vitamins that are marketed as good for seniors can exceed safe limits if taken daily alongside other fortified foods or medications. Finally, consider your overall nutrient balance. Your brain doesn't rely on vitamin E alone. B vitamins, omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants from fruits and vegetables, and proper hydration all play a role in cognitive function and stroke prevention. Focusing on a well-rounded diet is safer and more effective than relying on a single supplement, especially at high doses. One practical tip is to aim for colorful meals: red peppers, blueberries, salmon, leafy greens, nuts, and seeds. These foods collectively support brain and vascular health, reducing stroke risk naturally without the dangers of excessive supplementation. Now that we've covered why high-dose vitamin E can be risky and how to get safer alternatives from food and balanced nutrition, we can start talking about other common supplements seniors take that may have unexpected effects. Some of them might surprise you, especially those promoted for memory, joint health, or heart protection. Understanding these risks allows you to make smarter choices, maintain your independence, and protect your brain from harm. If you're still watching and feel that these insights are meaningful, please type number 2 in the comments to let me know you're still with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I warmly invite you to do so, and don't forget to turn on the bell, so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos designed to uplift, inform, and inspire. Your support truly means a lot. It's what keeps us going and allows us to continue sharing thoughtful, helpful content just for you. Now, let's continue this journey together. Now that we've talked about vitamin E and how high doses can increase stroke risk, let's look at other supplements and habits that seniors often assume are harmless but can quietly affect brain and vascular health. One of the most common mistakes I see is people taking over-the-counter anti-inflammatory supplements without considering their long-term impact. For example, while fish oil is widely promoted for heart and brain health, the dosage matters a lot. Small, moderate doses can be beneficial, but extremely high doses, especially when combined with medications like blood thinners, can increase bleeding risk, just like excessive vitamin E. Another supplement that often flies under the radar is vitamin K. Vitamin K is essential for blood clotting and bone health, which is important as we age. However, if you're taking medications for heart conditions or stroke prevention, adding high-dose vitamin K supplements can interfere with these drugs, creating unexpected complications. It's one of those scenarios where trying to be proactive with your health actually backfires if you don't have proper guidance. Now, beyond supplements, there are lifestyle habits that can silently raise stroke risk in older adults. Dehydration, for instance, is a surprisingly common issue. As we age, our sense of thirst diminishes, so many seniors simply don't drink enough water throughout the day. Even mild dehydration can thicken your blood and increase the chance of clot formation, which sets the stage for ischemic strokes. This is especially concerning when paired with high-dose supplements that affect blood viscosity or clotting. Drinking water consistently, sipping small amounts throughout the day, and including hydrating foods like cucumbers, watermelon, or oranges can make a real difference. Sleep patterns also play a huge role. Seniors who consistently get less than 6 or 7 hours of quality sleep may experience elevated blood pressure, increased inflammation, and impaired vascular function, all factors that raise stroke risk. Some people try to compensate with caffeine or energy supplements, but these can exacerbate blood pressure issues if not monitored. Prioritizing consistent sleep routines, creating a calm bedtime environment, and limiting stimulants late in the day is surprisingly effective for protecting brain and heart health. Exercise is another factor that cannot be overlooked. Maintaining strong circulation and healthy blood vessels helps prevent strokes and supports cognitive function. Even moderate daily activity, like a 20-minute walk, gentle yoga, or light strength training, can improve circulation and reduce vascular risk. Pairing this with the right diet, including natural sources of vitamin E, omega-3s, and antioxidants, creates a protective synergy for your brain and body. Let's return to the supplement topic for a moment because it's where many seniors make the biggest mistakes without realizing it. Another vitamin often taken in excess is vitamin A, commonly found in multivitamins marketed for eye health or immunity. While necessary in small amounts, high doses over time can be toxic and even affect liver function, which indirectly impacts circulation and brain health. It's a subtle but serious risk, especially if combined with vitamin E or other fat-soluble supplements. The key takeaway here is that fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K, stay in your body longer and can accumulate, which makes it even more important to monitor dosages carefully. So, what can you do practically to protect yourself while still supporting your brain and overall wellness? Start with a supplement audit. Look at every pill you take daily, including multivitamins, specialty supplements, and herbal products. List the dosages and compare them to recommended limits for adults over 60. Don't make changes on your own. Bring this list to your doctor or pharmacist. They can help identify which supplements are safe, which are unnecessary, and which could be dangerous when combined. Another practical approach is to focus on a food-first strategy. As we mentioned in Part 1, nuts, seeds, leafy greens, avocados, fatty fish, and colorful fruits provide essential nutrients in balanced amounts. These foods work synergistically to support your brain, heart, and circulation without the sudden spikes or risks that concentrated pills carry. For example, a small handful of almonds with your morning coffee, a spinach salad at lunch, and salmon at dinner can provide plenty of vitamin E, B vitamins, and omega-3s safely. Finally, remember the importance of regular checkups and lab work. Blood tests can reveal nutrient levels, clotting factors, cholesterol, and other markers that help you and your doctor fine-tune your diet and supplement routine. Catching potential issues early can prevent problems before they become emergencies. Stroke risk doesn't have to feel like a ticking clock. With awareness and careful choices, you can take meaningful steps to protect yourself. Now that we've covered the risks of high-dose vitamins, fat-soluble supplements, lifestyle factors like hydration, sleep, and exercise, and practical strategies to stay safe, we can move on to the final set of tips. These include some lesser-known nutrients and lifestyle tweaks that have a huge impact on brain health and stroke prevention, things that most seniors never hear about but can change the way you approach your daily routine. Now that we've covered the main risks associated with high-dose vitamins and supplements, let's focus on the final strategies that can make a real difference in protecting your brain and reducing stroke risk. One nutrient that often flies under the radar is magnesium. Magnesium is critical for healthy blood pressure, nerve function, and muscle relaxation. Many seniors don't get enough from their diets, and low magnesium can subtly increase blood pressure and vascular stress. Good sources include dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and legumes. Incorporating these into your daily meals is an easy way to support circulation and brain health without the risks of high-dose supplements. Another key factor is potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure and maintain proper fluid balance. Low potassium levels are linked to increased stroke risk, yet it's something many seniors overlook. Eating foods like bananas, sweet potatoes, avocados, and beans can help you maintain healthy potassium levels naturally. Pairing potassium-rich foods with magnesium-rich ones, like a spinach and avocado salad with a handful of almonds, gives your body a dual boost for vascular protection. Hydration, as we touched on in Part 2, is also essential, but I want to emphasize a practical tip: aim for small, frequent sips throughout the day instead of trying to drink large amounts all at once. This helps your body absorb the water efficiently and keeps your blood from thickening, which lowers stroke risk. If you struggle to remember to drink, try keeping a water bottle nearby or setting a gentle reminder on your phone. Small, consistent actions like this really add up over time. Exercise remains one of the most powerful tools you have, not just for your legs or heart, but for your brain. Even gentle activity, like walking in the park, stretching, or yoga, stimulates blood flow to the brain, supports memory, and helps regulate blood pressure. Pairing movement with a nutrient-rich diet creates a protective synergy, keeping your mind and body strong. One of my patients, a 72-year-old retired teacher, started walking 20 minutes a day and adding magnesium and potassium-rich foods to her meals. Within months, her blood pressure stabilized, her energy improved, and she felt more alert than she had in years. Stories like hers show that consistent, simple lifestyle choices can be more powerful than any high-dose vitamin. Finally, let's talk about mindset and monitoring. Awareness is the first step toward prevention. Keep track of what supplements you're taking, monitor your diet, pay attention to hydration, and make sure you get enough sleep. Regular checkups with your doctor to monitor blood pressure, nutrient levels, and overall cardiovascular health can catch small issues before they become dangerous. Remember, the goal is not perfection, it's consistency. Small, thoughtful choices every day can dramatically reduce your risk of stroke and help you maintain independence and mental clarity. In summary, high-dose vitamin E and other fat-soluble supplements can increase stroke risk, especially when combined with medications or pre-existing conditions. Instead, focus on whole food sources of nutrients, prioritize hydration, maintain moderate daily activity, and monitor your overall health. Magnesium and potassium are two underappreciated nutrients that make a meaningful difference in brain and vascular health. Pairing these strategies with awareness, regular checkups, and balanced sleep creates a strong foundation for long-term brain protection. I want you to remember this: it's never too late to take control of your health. Even small, incremental changes, like swapping a supplement for a handful of nuts or adding a short daily walk, can have lasting benefits. You don't have to overhaul your entire routine overnight. You just need consistent, informed choices that support your brain and body. If you've ever taken high-dose supplements without realizing the risks, or if you've found practical ways to protect your brain, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Sharing your experiences can help others make safer choices. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more senior health tips. Every step you take toward awareness and safer habits is a step toward living a longer, healthier, and more independent life. Here's to making smart choices, protecting your brain, and enjoying life with clarity, energy, and confidence, because age is just a number, but your health is priceless.